Hi there, I'm Stevie Fernandez.
And I'm Trish Whitmer. We're glad you took time from your holiday shopping to spend more time with us on this week's Explore Tulsa.
The shopping part is easy. Now you have to wrap everything up and double check that you have enough batteries for all the toys Santa leaves.
Or you could take a little time and relax with an evening, enjoying the amazing displays at the Tulsa Lantern Light Show.
They're going to see a celebration of lights, celebration of art. This is an art festival. Every lantern that you see was built by hand. The process is pretty significant. Some of it's pretty complex. All of it is absolutely phenomenal, from its conception, the way they build it, and its end result, how we present it to the public. This is the Lantern Light Festival. The lanterns, in Chinese tradition, it's the celebration of family, celebration of the future, and it's very popular in the area where our work team who builds this, where they come from. It's a very popular tradition. We have different configurations of it in terms of space. Where we came from was a much bigger, for example, the dragon that you'll see next to us, the dragon is normally 400 feet long. We had to shorten the dragon to actually fit it here in the field. Sits about 45, 48 feet in the air. I would say roughly in the 350 range right now. The front gate Panda sits about 60 feet. The Panda right over my shoulder sits about 63 feet in the air. And the process, it's really simple. What happens is we give the artists in China our basic concept of design. And then they transfer it to their production boat. When the team shows up from China, we're going to find a flat top concrete surface. And they'll take a big long stick with a piece of chalk on the end, and they'll freehand the design. Then the artist comes back in with a paint bucket and a brush and paints in the details. It dries in maybe a minute or two. Then the metal workers come in with the wire frame, and they actually bend it using handmade tools that they've made, and they bend the metal to the design. Then it's spot welded. So the entire frame of the lantern comes up off the deck as a wire frame. Depending on the size, we can go up here and we'll see a tribute to the oil driller man here in Tulsa. It sits about 11.5 feet tall. So after it's spot welded and it's built into a frame, electric comes in and wires it with LED. And then our fabric team comes in and they cover the entire thing in a silk-like fabric. When that's done, for example, we'll see the tigers in just a moment. When the tigers were finished, they were stark white. It was just white material. We have an artistic director and a 3D model builder. The art director comes in with an airbrush and freehands the design in. So make sure when you look at the tigers and you look at the zebras, that isn't the material. It's their actual freehand design based on their conception of what that tiger is supposed to look like. Even down to the eyes. It's extremely articulate. And when you look at it, you'll pay close attention to the actual artistic work. It's pretty amazing. We have acrobats. We bring in a Chinese acrobatic troupe, and they're just phenomenal. They're actually great. We do 3 shows a night with them, and we have local acrobats that come in and supplement that as well. So we have our main featured anchor act, if you will, and then we have another act in between, and then we run holiday music in between that. And most of the lanterns have holiday soundtracks or soundtracks indicative of what they are. Castle has a soundtrack, the Panda has a soundtrack. We have a Christmas scene up here where we have Christmas music, and we have a tribute to Prince. We have a Prince soundtrack. So it's pretty unique as you walk through. We thought it would clash, but actually it doesn't. You can walk through a scene, stand there and take a photo, and if you're taking a video, you'll get that soundtrack in the video. This is the closest I'll ever get to being Santa Claus for kids when they walk in. Because they walk in and it's a wow. When you see this thing light up at night, it's amazing to see the parents walk in and they don't know. They think, oh, did you buy these? And once they understand it, no, it's all hand built. They build this by hand and they understand the process, and we give them a brochure as they come in the gate that explains that. It becomes another event altogether. Now, they're more interested in asking me questions of, well, how? Well, why? So what we did was we brought that here to the United States. We're the only touring lantern festival in the world.